With Mbappe.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're through. Barcelona or Chelsea next. You know.
Yeah.
It's really good. I reckon we can get through to the quarters, me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we can probably make it to the semis, mate. I think we can win it.
We can win it. We can win it.
We can win it. Welcome, guys, to Forex trading, where we trade gold, US 100, and Euro USD every day from 8 AM for London session. This is my partner Dan Horman.
Hello.
We've been married 4 years. We have 3 dogs, strong. 2 cats. I'm only joking, guys. He's not my partner, really. Right. So our trade from yesterday, I took a loss. It hit stops. There was just no volume from it, so I put on the logbook. I had $113 in the end on it. So I've had a few losses this month, which I don't like, right? But I was just saying to Dan there, for some weird reason, well, February last year was a bad year. It was bad month. It was the only minus month we had out the full year of streaming, and it was in February. So yeah, it hasn't been the best. I mean, November at the moment was our shittest month, but we're still up. We're still up over 1%, nearly 2%, and we've still got this week left to go. So let's get this month out of the way, see where we are, and then go from. This is what you got to remember, guys. When you start on a Monday, and let's say you win a trade on Monday morning, and then the next day you lose a trade and eat most of your profit, right? You never had that winning money from Monday. You never had it until you click a withdrawal, right? So if you got to look at, like, for me, for example, I had a nice trade on Monday, and then obviously we've lost half of it now because of yesterday. But I'm still up for the week. That's what you got to understand. You're still up for the week. You're going to need to use that money as capital. So don't let it get in your brain that we're doing shit. I'm still up for the week, and it's only Tuesday today, right? So we'll see where we are on Friday, and then you do the same thing for monthlies. Where am I at the end of the month? Okay, and then that'll help when you take a loss, basically. Okay, let's do a top down on gold, and I want to do a proper top down on NAS as well, because gold is pushing up and NAS is coming down. So weekly is but I've got to go early today, Dan. I'm only on till 10. Till 10. Still enough time. So weekly, it's now got a bottom wick, and it came for that gap last night, didn't it, Dan?
Yes, it did.
Came for that gap. So there's that gap done. And we were saying all day yesterday and the day before, I would like it if that gap gets took. Right. We then also came down and tapped previous support now, which is nice. So there's our previous support. So we've done that. We've done everything we need to do in order to drive up now. Right. But, there was a but there's nothing stopping this daily flipping to the downside and printing bearish. There's still 4 days left of this week. So this daily can still do anything. Now, if we get a bullish close on this daily tonight, then tomorrow is fairly straightforward. That would probably tell me that the next dailies are going to carry on, and that's the weekly continuing to the upside. But I haven't had a bullish close yet. So there's still a chance that this could flip to the downside. And the next range for us is here. So, yeah, we've got to be a bit careful still on the daily, because the daily might not drive yet. It might close doji, and then the next dailies start pushing up. Okay. It's already moved quite a bit as well, which is not ideal. So, yeah. So what's happening on the 4 hour? This is where it gets difficult, and this is the issue we've got, right? Is the only previous date we had was this, and it does not today, Mr. Abid. This is brand new data. We've never came above this level. Rejected here, came up, rejected here. We've never done it. So it's completely new data. So we're basically having to go for lower time frames. And that's why we're low risk in certain trades, because we just don't know what's going to happen. We haven't got the high probability, which we like. Okay, so what I've got on the 4 hour. So this is a range in here, I would say. Yeah, we've got nothing else to the left. Let's go down the time frames. The 4 is bullish. This 4's got no top wick. This could flip to the upside at any point. Is it going to do that with the daily? Or has the daily already created steep top wick? 3 again is bullish. We had a minor level here on the 3, which I believe is the 2 also. Yeah, so this is a nice 2 zone. Lovely 2 zone. But the previous 2 hasn't broke into the range. So that means we would have to wait for this 2. If this 2 prints bullish, we could wait for a bottom wick and then a flip to the upside, and we can take buys up if it stays bullish, because then you would have 2 candles still respecting this level. Why you do this? Yeah, so come on. So yeah, if the 2 can stay bullish for us, this 2 could flip and push, right? But we haven't broken into the lower range, so I can't really take any sellers yet. Then the 1 hour's got no top wick, so that's a good sign to come back up. And what have we got left? And I would say this is quite a key level on the 1 hour. Again, 1. So you can either take the 2 or the 1, but you got to remember everything's less probability. Now, there's still 2 hours left of this 2. Could we see the 3 flipping? Yes. Could we see the 4 flipping? Yes. The daily is a bit of a dodgy one because, yes, we've tapped previous support. We didn't get much of a bottom wick here. And we've already came up to create a steep top wick. Could we push further than that? We could do, but I'm just not too sure. I think normally what happens is when you break out, you retest, and then this turning point here, you'll get a small candle, either like a doji, and then the next one will go. Yeah, I'm not sure we'll get a big close above. I'm not sure. I'm not saying it's not an option. I can't do that because I can. I'm just not sure. So if we're gonna have to go for lower time frame. So for example, if this 2 stays bullish, then we could look at next 2 come down, bottom wick, and then a flip to the upside. Advantage point is the no top wick. We go risk free, take parcels there, and then obviously carry on to the upside. But that's not until 10 o'clock for the 2. I don't think I would take a 1, and the reason I don't think I would take a 1 is because the 2's you would need a 2 close first, say like this, and then the next 2 to drive up. Okay, again, I'm not really convinced that this 2 will do that. I think you'll get a small bullish, and then the next 2 will drive up. So therefore, there's no point taking the 1, because it means the next one is not going to drive. It's just going to stay there or thereabouts. But at the moment, I can't look at any sells until we get a closure below this level, and then we would need a steep top wick because there's reasons to come back up. So I would need a steep top wick, and that would be a range 1 breakout. So we would really need a steep top wick to avoid the fake out. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to come back to this one. Yeah, I can't do anything there. All right, we're gold. Now we can really do at the minute, Dan. We're gonna have to wait. We've got no, like, this looks nothing like this, so I can't take anything from that really, apart from the hour zones. I'm just debating what these hour zones are right. I think I would prefer that. If that's the case, could this 1 hour flip? So if that's the case, then this hour should technically flip. Look at the lower time frames a minute. So what 15s have we got? So we've got a 15-minute level there, which we've tapped. And if we get a closure back below, yeah, if we had a 15 close below here, I took the sells down. This obviously this 3 is not gonna flip. 3 minutes left of it. There's 15. If this 15 had broke below here, might have been interest for sells down after the top wick. Go and fill this range of 5174. What we break above? Oh, it's difficult. Let's have a look at NAS because it's a bit all over at the minute. Bit all over, and I don't want to be trading if it's not right, because yesterday it really wasn't right, and that just cost us. Okay, so the monthly can do anything still. It can still flip to the upside. Weekly, we had a bullish weekly close, and then we had a nice steep bottom wick, but we didn't break back into the zone. But it's not to say that this one can't break back into the zone. It's came down, create a bottom wick, and it looks like it's flipping bullish at the moment. And if we do get a closure back above here, I'm well in for buys to come and break the highs. I would say that's our ranges we've got at the moment. It's the weekly. So the weekly can still flip and give us a top wick to tap previous support, which we haven't done yet. So then the daily printed bullish. Like, why are we rejecting here? The only time we've rejected from here is this area. Not the best of fitting. But we're there. So daily's closed bullish. Should we expect now? Price hasn't came back up to this bit yet. We didn't even fill the range to the downside. So we didn't tap either. Weekly can flip, drive up. We haven't had a bottom wick, but we probably don't need one because we've already printed bullish. We only had this fake out back to the downside. So look at that fake out there. Fake out, back in. So it's highly probable you're coming to break these highs now. And if we're going to come and break them highs, they all come to this level. Oh, what's this here? What's this? So this came to here. Let me mark this up. Then I pull back down to here. See what this is. So we came to here, pull back. Like, how many times are you going to do this? You've done this quite a few times. Came up, back down, up. We really haven't got. Wow, daily can drive, but the 4 is bearish, and you're still respecting this level on the 4, which doesn't help. But the daily can flip and drive to the upside. The 4s have never really rejected from here, apart from this level. So the 4s always tend to drive through. So why did we close bearish on the 4? Why did we close bearish on the 4? Yeah, we're going to get this. So therefore, is this next 4 going to drive up? Three, 2, 1. It is a bit similar to gold. I'm not convinced that this is the rejection. So if I get a 1 hour bullish close like this on the 1, and the new one comes down and creates a bottom wick for this one, I'll have a buy stop above for the flip to come up. And that would be the 4 continuing up, even though we've had a bearish close. Because you can get a bearish close here and then continue. Bearish close, continue. Bearish close, and then the next 4 comes up and fills the range. So we might just be getting this here. This where you get a bearish close in and around this area, and then the new 4 comes up. Mark this up though, because there's an area where you might get a wing back from here. Let's look at left. Too close for me, that. I won't be able to do that. But if the 1 prints bullish, look at that 30. That's disgusting. We might have missed this now. So look how this has happened here. So you had a 15-minute range here. 15 closed bullish, nest play to come down. New one, no bottom wick, just drove up. So I think we might have missed this, guys. But if we do get a 1 hour close like this, and the new one comes down, takes the bottom wick, I'll then have a buy stop above in order for the 1 and the 4 to flip and carry on to fill the rest of the range, which we haven't done yet. So that's what I'd be interested in. This is our advantage point here. So I hate the skin. Emma loves it. You know when you get the skin on the latte?
Yeah.
Emma loves it. Chews it and that. Weirdo. Proper weirdo. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait for 40 minutes to see how this hour closes. Because the one did close back in, right? That's the 1 range here. So the 1 did fake out to the downside. So look, it's done it again, right? I keep highlighting this. So you had a minus support level there with a doji, then breakout, and then fake out. Happens loads. It's just what price does a lot. There's another one. Breakout, and then fake out. Yeah, I think I would prefer if the hour can close bullish back above here. The top of the range is my advantage point. But then I'm expecting the 4 to come up to 25138, which we know it can do. If we look left, bearish, continue, bearish, continue, bearish, continue. This is probably the closest one, or looks like ours. So yeah, I can't just get in now because I would expect a pullback with the 1, but this could easily drive with the 1 hour candle up to here. The 30 is about closed. I mean, look, how do you fucking get in on that? Difficult. And actually the 30 can come through that range as well, so we might have just completely missed the move. This could easily just drive through, and that would, if this takes my advantage point away, it's going to make it a lot more difficult. So yeah, we'll see if this pulls back. Because 30, would I take the 30? Well, we know 1 can come up. That's 1 straight up. Let me look at that area. So we know 1. Yeah, look at that 1 hour there. Straight up. So the 1 can actually come all the way up. And that would make us miss the move. It's a bit of a shitter. Ideal, not ideal. Hopefully it just doesn't go without us yet. Now, you can tend to get rejection from here, but that wouldn't go in line with the, it would with the 4 and the 3, I suppose. 4. But the daily, it wouldn't go in line with the daily. So I'm not sure I would take a wing back. I think if anything, I would expect the daily to drive up. 7 minutes. Let's see what this 30 does. If this 30 can pull back for me, don't think it will though. Pull back. I'll have a buy stop on. Come up, fill the rest of the range. I don't think it will, guys. I think we'll get something like this. Straight up. I mean, could I just enter and use a 30? The issue you've got, if you just enter here, your stops are too big for the advantage point for me. And then again, the 4's due to come up here. I think that's a bit too much of a push for me. What a shame, that would have been lovely. Look at that 5. You wouldn't even been able to get in anyway. Look at that 5. Naughty, 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 naughty. Okay. So we might have potentials at 9 on gold and NAS. Should we have a look at EU? Good trades on EU. Okay, let's have a look at EU. So we are bullish on the monthly. The monthly did break out to the upside, but you've got another level here on this level where he closed at it, he closed just short of it, and then we've closed just short of it. So, but we have tapped it. We have tapped it. So are we going to reject from there, or are we too far down and that means this monthly can flip and print bullish? But the monthly range we're in is between that and that. We could easily get a pullback down to this area. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, the monthly can do anything still. It can flip or drive to the downside. Weekly closed heavily bearish, no top wick on the previous week, and you had a bit of a fake out, I believe. I did, yeah. But maybe not. But we've had a bit of a fake out, a breakout to the downside now. So what is this candle gonna do next? On the weekly, well, this weekly can go anywhere at the moment because the previous weekly hasn't broke back into the range yet. So I can see this weekly actually just ending up doji style, and then the next week will be the one where price could come back up. We'll have a look at the dailies. If we think this is gonna end up doji, then we're probably not going to get much volume this week because we're just basically the weekly's just going to do this. It's just going to do this all week. It means we're not going to drive anywhere. You can still catch trades on a lower time frame, but be very careful. So where are we at? I don't know whether I like that. Dailies are not the best. I mean, I would probably say this. You've got wicks to the area, wicks to the area, body, wicks, body, and then kind of body. If the daily closes bullish, you could potentially look at buys, but at the moment this daily can flip to the downside at any point. But the weekly hasn't broke out, so it's difficult taking themselves down. If we can have a look at previous data and go, okay, let's have a look at all the times the weekly's closed respecting this, what happens to the next one? If the next one tends to drive through, then yes, we could probably get sell stops underneath the daily, expecting the weekly to drive through. If it doesn't, then obviously not. So let's look left, and all we're looking for is when price comes down, weekly close respecting, straight back up. There or thereabouts, straight back up. I mean, it broke the lows at that point. Weekly close respecting, straight back up. Yeah, so that's not going to work. So I wouldn't take the daily flip, because the daily might just flip, extend the wick, and then come back up. We'll do it next weekly. So I don't expect to drive down. But if we do look at the times we drove through, I mean, you didn't get that nice break. You just sort of popped through. Close below, gone. Close, close below again. I don't like this weekly range. Yeah, I don't. Weekly's not helped me. I'm gonna have to go down a time frame. Let's go down to the daily. See what the daily's doing. Daily range. Yeah, it's. I don't like it. I don't like it, guys. I don't think I'm gonna even look at it anymore. Because the 4 can do anything at the moment. The daily can do anything. Daily can flip, or you can close bullish, fake out, and then the next daily can just, like I say with the weekly, it's all on the week. What can you see happening with this weekly candle? You broke out, you retested this zone, you printed bullish, then you printed bearish, broke below this minor level, but still respecting this major level. So it's just a bit of a dirty area. So what we expect from this weekly, I can see this weekly staying like small bullish or doji, and then the next weekly be the one what comes up. Because if you were going to fake out back in, you probably would have done it on this candle, because you closed bearish, you were actually down here. Why didn't this one fake out back in? Tells me that we probably need to come this way, and this is just a proper retest of this zone. So therefore, I think we're going to be doji. Therefore, we're not going to move much because we've already done a top wick and we've already done a bottom wick. So this could just be like this for the rest of the week. So I'm probably not even going to touch that either. I'm going to have a quick look at oil. Oil's, we missed our entry for oil. I did have a wing back buy from here off the monthly, but it didn't come down. It only came down to this level. I wanted to win back buy from here, but it didn't happen. Oil's in an area of decision now, so we've got this nice wedge happening. Okay, and close respecting. Well, you could argue and say this has broke the law actually, if you wanted to. I'm just not convinced at the minute. I don't think we can drive through this area without breaking some highs. And I had this area as the area to break the highs. So if we do break the highs and we retest this level, then that's where I'll be looking at buys to come up. That's what I'll be interested in on oil. I do think the price of oil is going to go up as well, so it would make sense. So especially with what's going on with Iran and the US.
Yep.
So yeah, but we can't just enter. We've got to wait for these breakouts. Yeah, we just got to be patient on this. XRP down still dropping. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Nearly time to buy shitloads more. So yeah, that's all I've got. Bit of a shit one. Yeah. Let's look back at gold again. So we know the 4 can flip. You technically could get a buy stop off the 4. Simple buy stop off the 4. Where, because you clean traffic range up, the 4 is bullish. The next range on the 4 is this. This is your next range here. But the daily printed bearish. The daily printed bearish, and you haven't closed bullish yet on the daily. That's the thing that's put me off by getting the buy stop on the 4. I mean, if you think this daily can come up and tap the top of the range, then yeah, go for it for the buy stop above. But I think if this daily needs to have a bit of a, if this daily had a bottom wick like this, and then we flipped, I'd be more inclined to take the 4-hour buy stop. But we haven't, and this is what caught us out yesterday. Technically, we had a reason to come back down, but we still thought we could go from this level, you know. But now it's took it away, so it just makes it. It reminds our brain, you know, be a bit more patient.
And the 1 and the 2 don't have a bottom wick.
Yeah.
And there's only an hour and a half left of the 4.
Yeah.
So I can't see it driving.
Yeah, even if it does flip, you can't see it driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, no bottom wick. I would rather wait for the 2 to close bullish and then take the 2. Not so much the 1. I mean, you could take the 1, but if the 2 wants to print doji, then if you take the 1, let's say the 1 closes like this and the next one opens up, pulls back a bit, you put a buy stop above, get activated, and then the 2 wants to close doji, that means the 1's going to look like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the 1's doji, and then you might go still, yes, but what's the next 2 going to do? Well, the next 2 is probably then going to give you a bottom wick, and that bottom wick might need to break the previous 2 low. So if the 2 needs to break the bottom wick, if the 2 closes like this, it's going to come for this bottom wick, might even break the low, and then flip. At that point, you'd probably be stops out, because where else can you put your stops, really? But yeah, this could also just drive up here with the 4. Yeah. Difficult.
Just don't like it.
Yeah, and what else I was looking at yesterday is when we tried to preempt the fake out, that's where our losses mainly come from. So
Is
maybe
it?
we need to stop, yeah. So look,
Yeah.
so this was preempting the fake out of the 4, right? Ranging not ready. What was this one? Preempting the flip, preempting the 1 hour fake out. Tough range, mid probability. What was this one? Tapped, yeah. So I've just got to be a bit more disciplined, I think, when we're waiting. I think NAS is probably looking the best. If the again, I probably have to wait for the 2. I reckon that's 10 o'clock. I've got to go at 10 o'clock. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's any point because I've got to go. I do have to go at 10. Fade. I'll stay on till 9. See what happens with these ones. See if any of these ones flip, anything like that. If the ones flip, we might have sells down from the 1 then, because then you would have brought back to the downside. So if this one does flip, you know, we're back in these lower ranges. We could look to grab some from there. So I'll know by 9 if we're gonna have a trade within the next hour or not. Makes sense. But at the moment, it's not looking too good. But it's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday?
No, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. I keep saying it's bloody Tuesday. Wednesday today, midweek.
Yeah, I think what day is today? Is it Wednesday?
Good morning. Today.
It's Wednesday today, right?
Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, I was a bit confused. I thought it was Tuesday.
I wish it was Tuesday. I've got a fantastic trade on.
Yeah. How are you getting on, Andre?
Yeah, am I right? Nothing major today yet, so.
Yeah. Bit of a difficult one. Are you still doing the nailer?
No, I haven't done. I started it again, but then I decided not to.
Yeah.
But I think Jordan is doing it. He's doing it still.
Yeah.
With certain conditions and stuff.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that one now.
I mean, it'd be lovely if you could find something like that. Same thing every day, same candle every day, and be profitable with it.
Yeah.
Would be so. You just do the same thing every day, wouldn't you? You just build a bot for it.
Mhm.
But I just, yeah, it's. I used to do a thing called the 20 pip and dip indicator.
Mhm.
It was like a little indicator where you put on, and it was 20 pips either side from the same candle every morning. I used to do that. It worked at the start, and then it was shit.
Yeah.
Which is always the same. You've got to understand, like, there's very, very intelligent people analysing these charts, right? A lot more intelligent than us. And these intelligent people, if there was a pattern like that, where you could take the same candle every day,
They'd have found it.
they would have been doing it. But then again, they might have found it and not told anyone, because this is another thing. When
I just think it's like every day is different. Yes, it follows patterns and things like that, but there's so many little variables
yeah,
that can change that in a split second. So then you're not going to get something exactly the same every day or every week. It's going to differ slightly, which can throw things off.
yeah,
So
Wait, so yeah, I'm thinking a lot about these things, and like the nadir and things like that. So I think the nadir and some other candles and stuff, we know it can be profitable over the long term. Like you go through periods where it will smash your account. So if you think about it, so with the nadir we did the 2% risk in general, right? So you do that, you pass your account, go to live, get a fresh one, and just keep going with the same risk always, right?
yeah,
Which means that at some point you could fail your live. But in the meantime, you've gone on with the challenge, so you just keep going,
Yeah.
and then go 2-3 weeks, whatever, take profit, fail, whatever, pass the next one, and just keep going right, like
you
that,
just
right?
rinse
And then
the
you
profit.
have to be okay with losing those lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be okay
If
with
you
it.
know that,
If you know,
you one or two, and then the next 3 or 4 are going to be profitable, you're going to get a payout, and then it might grow.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's difficult, isn't it? It's just it's getting over that.
Numbers
That's
are rich,
fear of losing and being comfortable with, like you say, being comfortable with blowing an account and things like that. So.
Yep.
So did you say on the group, Andre, that you've blown one of the futures accounts?
Sorry, say again.
Did you put on the group that you'd lost one of the futures accounts?
Yeah, I did. I lost my my futures account, and yeah, I was last week. I was going through a bit of a mental wobble, and it was stressing me out. So I was actually glad. Yeah, whatever. I was glad when I lost it. It just took it cleared the mental space for me.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does clear the mental space. You're absolutely right.
That's how I'm starting to feel with this one. It's like, do I need to just like go back to risking the 1%, like I was doing at the beginning on phase 1, and either pass it or blow it, so I can get over it and then go back to the beginning, start again.
Well, sometimes because a lot of trades we get in, they go into some profit and they do hit first resistance or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can risk higher and then just take a partial sooner. Do you know what I mean? And then at least you've got something go risk free and all that good stuff. Sometimes risking more can be better. The issue I've had is because I can risk up to 2%. I have brought it down to sort of like 1% really, but I haven't been doing that for ages because just the ranges where we're at. I haven't been completely happy with where price has been, and the probability of them just hasn't been the best, fortunately. So yeah, but sometimes if you risk more, it is easier because you can take some profit out sooner and you're not holding on and waiting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do get it. I think with trading, if one account's going, bad, because you only get the point where you've got multiple accounts, and they're all at different levels. So one account might be going bad, but you've still got others what are doing okay, and one of them might be doing mint. You've just got to go on to the next one and have that attitude. Well, if that account goes, it doesn't matter because I've got others, and I'll just add another account, and you just sort of link it on, and then over time, they just obviously all build and build and build and build. But yeah, I think you'll always blow accounts again. Oh, yeah, it's difficult. These ranges and with everything what's going on hasn't been helping though. It's been a bit of a pain in the backside.
That's it. It only takes one decent win to put your confidence back up on what you're doing. So, I just keep missing them.
Yeah. I get you, mate. I get you.
Honestly, when I saw that yesterday, I was just like, oh
God, I know I don't.
Why?
Because Monday was fantastic. The entries on Monday's entries was amazing. So Monday was great. I'm still up for the week, but I could have just left Monday and just had a week off. It was on my live that as well, which is nice. What are you doing here? Yeah, so look, it's the 2. How fast where can we see this 2 going? That is our question. Where's this 2 going? And then once the 2 happens, you're then going to need a steep bottom wick and so on, and that's going to be 10 o'clock. This 2 came back to here. Oh, that was a 1. But we look at a wing back from here. These tend to just open up and do that. Because this one's closing like this, right? What if the next one does that? And that would be the 2 flipping. But can you see the 2 flipping and driving? So then the 2 closes small bearish again. And then the next 2 is the 1 what comes up.
Yeah.
So this is quite a dangerous area. But what I am trying to see is if this 1, I don't think I would take the 2 though. Can we see this 2 coming all the way up to here? That's what we've got to say. Yeah, we can. So the 2 could get up. Therefore, if the 1 so happens to pull back, yeah, that's what we'll do. So if the 1 opens up and the new 1 can pull back for us, does it need to pull back too? It doesn't really need to take this no bottom wick because that is a fake out. So where would we need to pull back to? That's the question. I think if the new 1 can pull back to this, I'll have a buy stop on. But your advantage point is this area, so that'd be a risk free, and you could easily tap it and then drop easily. But what you're hoping for is you driving straight through to this range. So it would be like, but only after a pullback. Stops, how would stops be? You could probably just use the bottom wick of the 1 hour. So wherever the 1 hour pulls back to. But here's the thing though, if the 2 hour is going to drive up, right, and tap this area, the new 1's probably not going to pull back much. Probably just going to open up and drive. So yeah. But if we can get a pullback, then I'll have a buy stop above. And if you do come back up, we'll go risk free here. Full TP 25131. That's literally all we've got, and that's not even high probability. But we just know the 4 can drive up. But the 4 is bearish but didn't close back into the lower range, so it is respecting a level. So I am expecting this 4 to stay bullish. Whether this 4 closes like this and then the next 4 comes up. Where can this 4 go? Yeah, so the 4 can come up to this level next, but this is a big rejection area. So that would have to be my full TP, really. So yeah, it's on this one, guys, which is in 9 minutes. We do not want this one. If this one comes up and taps this, probably done for the day. That would take our advantage point away. Because if it taps that, remember, we could still get on this. I mean, you have got a good reason to come back down, but you broke the lows here. So this just broke that low. Then we broke another low. So there's quite a lot of liquidity being collected here. And then for us to not even break a high, you would imagine you're going to break that high at least, even if you want to drive down. Oh, are we going to drop? We haven't got the data to work out if we are going to drop. It's all brand new data, really. This is why it's been difficult. Because these areas are just, it's new data, printed, it doesn't look like anything we've had. But yeah, if this one closes like this, and I get a bottom wick, I'll have a buy stop above. I work out stops, so I don't know whether I'm happy with them stops. I mean, I suppose if the one closes like this, and then the new one, is that the point of no return? Do we have stops below here? You've got no bottom wick on this one. So you think if the new one is going to come down and take that, that's the 2 flipping. I think it's unlikely that you're going to tap that and then flip back up. I think that would be the 2 flipping, pulling it down. And yeah, the new one could just open up and just... clear, is it? Not clear. Not yet. Pulling back now. The more this drops back for the one to close, the more we need a better pullback. You could also drive through this range as well. You got fair value gaps and all sorts here. Interesting. Interesting, guys. Depending what that would take the sell down. If you look at the ones, close respecting that, then drops. Close respecting that, pulls back to this. Close respecting, pulls back. Look at the bottom way. That would be a pain, but you've already tapped this area at that point. This hadn't tapped the area, and look at the new one. They're back down. But this is coming down. We're going up. That's what I'm saying. We've got no previous data to go. Or is it not going to go until the 2 closes? This is a thing we could get buy stops on, but it might not happen until the 2 closes. And then the next 2 is the one what does it. But if the 2 closes like this, that means the 4 is about to close. And the 4 bottom wick to then go. This is what I'm saying. The 2 hour would be better to take. Which is also the 4 hour close. If you get a bullish forward close, you get a bottom wick. Be interested in the buys up. Bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. Interesting. We've got yeah, it's in an awkward area. What are you gonna do here? What are you gonna do? It's a lovely forward grab that though, isn't it? Be my full TP that there. Stops are difficult though. I think I'd rather get tighter stops. I mean, you could just put your stops below the low, the previous candle. But you'd have to wait for the 4 to close. 2, 1. Oh. See what this one does. Okay, if I can get a pull, if the one closes like this, and if I can get a pull back to this area, I'll have a buy stop above the 1. Okay, my stops will be below this. I'll be looking at, I'll be like this basically. That's what I'll be like. I'll take partial here. Sorry, I'll go risk free here. I'll take partial here. And then full TP would be there. That would be me. This is a 3.5 to 1. Yeah. That's what I'd be interested in. But I've got to have a pullback on the 1, which is in 9 seconds. So, standby for a standby. Danchamin.
Yeah.
Standby for a standby. I'll probably leave this with you as well, because I'm not sure it'll play out until the 4 on the 2 closes, which is another hour. But we know the 2 can drive through. That's why I'd be looking at getting it on, but I don't think I would take a wing back buy from there, or would I take a wing back buy from there? Probably not, because the 2 could pull right back here. I think I'd much prefer, I'm not on yet, I'm just getting this marked up. This is the daily, yeah, the daily can drive now. Us 100. Come on, pull back. Don't go without us. Come on, come on. It's a really difficult area here because if you look at this one left, right? If I mark this up, I'll put it purple or close respecting that level. Close respect that level. Look what the next one done. Up, tap, and close bearish. Yes, it would still play out to this level, I suppose. So could we just get in? Could we just get in? Pull back? Nah, I'm gonna wait for pull back. Come on, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull back. I need a pull back, guys. I need a pull back. Again, it's still 5 bullish though. Need a 5 bearish close. This might go of hours. If the 2 wants to drive and fill the range, which we know can, then this could go without us. What would I do? I don't think I'd be after anything else. I think I'd need this pullback. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Come on. Pullback needed.
Ugh, gold is sunk.
That's it. Oh, this is what I was on about, Dan. So look, the one, it's a 2. What's that mean? It's a 2's flip, but the 2 hasn't broke out yet. This is what's fucking difficult about today. The 1 is bullish though, so this 1 could. Do you know what? This 1 could flip back up, but the 2, everything's bullish. 4. So why are we doing that? If we get a buy stop on the 1. Fill the rest of the range. No, I don't think I would do that. I think I'd prefer 5's close back above. Yeah, I'm not really keen on that. I think if anything, I'd be interested in this 1. And if the 1 closes, here's the thing: if the 1 closes bearish, and as long as the 2 stays bullish, this trade's still valid. If this 2 stays bullish above here. Because technically this 2 can still flip to the downside at any point. At any point. Nice. It's coming down lovely. Okay, I've got a buy stop above 2, 4, 6, 3. Okay, I've now got a buy stop above. Stops are 2, 4, 9, 6, 3. Go risk free is here. Risk free, take partial. You can, I mean, you can take partial wherever you want, guys. Completely up to yourself. And this is my full TP, so that's what I've got going on. This is now a buy stop. Stop. It might not flip and drive. This is only to catch the 2 and the 4. If the 4 and the 2 is going to drive and fill the range, then it's going to have to do it on this 1 hour candle, isn't it? That's all it is. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let us see what happens. Oh, I'm in. I'm activated. Okay, guys, we have buys on this. Stops at 24963. Go risk free is 25051. That's our advantage point. Take partial at 25127. And full TP for me is 25212. So that's what I've got. It might not play out straight away, but as long as we get a 4 hour and a 2 hour bullish close in 50 minutes, we should be good. But we know the 2 and the 4 can come straight up with 1 candle, so yes, it could come straight through. Okay, so that's what we've got. 25024 9. Stop loss is 24 63. TP 1 2505. TP 2522. This one in yet. 2 8. Missed this. Trying to get on the trade ideas. Missed that.
What's a full TP on this one, mate?
My full TP is 25212, and this is on US100capital.com.
Yeah.
That's how we're looking, basically. That's all I've got today. But even this is like not the best of trades. It's just awful areas, guys. Really, what we should have done is wait for the 2 and the 4, but we know the 2 and the 4 can drive up. Therefore, we would miss the chance to get in. So we've worked out the probability for the 1 hour, and then gone off that. If the 2's going to drive, that means this 1's going to flip and carry on driving up. That's all it is. That is all it is. Young man.
Young man.
But if the 4 is going to pop up to here, right, you should just get a clean pop with this 1. Right, there's still 48 minutes left of this 1. So this is why you should be okay going risk-free around here. Because if the 1's going to pop, you're not really going to do this much. You know, you're just going to open up. You're going to keep... Yes, you might do stuff like this, but I would imagine you would just keep on going with the 1 hour. And we know one 1 hour candle can get up to that. If you look at the wick on this one, straight up. But this is an area you can massively reject from as well. This is why I've got to go risk-free here. Could easily be a break-even trade, this. Let's see if we can get straight up. I'm probably going to leave this with you, because I don't think it'll actually... There's a chance it might not even play out till the 2 and the 4. Look, up, back, yeah. It shows here the 1 can actually pull back all the way to here, 24987. What did you do? You can really dance, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, you can really dance. 2503. Yeah. What time is it?
Or pays.
Be back in a second, guys.
All right, gents. Let's hope this one works out.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I'll see you guys next week if you're on.
No worries, man. Have a lovely
All right.
weekend.
Ciao. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Where are you gonna go?
What are we looking? Yeah, it's not messing, is it? It's not flying. It's because of the two. It looks like the two's gonna close, and then we're probably gonna get a bottom wick on the 2 and the 4, and yeah.
Might still drive up a bit.
Yeah,
Expect
could do.
the 4 hopefully will close in and around where the last two have closed.
Yeah, well, that's a nice 15-minute close there. Bullish one. But
Yeah.
is this just preempting breakout back in? Which we've been going on about.
We
Hopefully
don't
not.
know, and we won't guess.
Yeah, well, to be honest,
Whether it is or not.
you've had a nice grab there. So I'm not
Shouldn't
sure.
come down. Doesn't mean it won't.
Doesn't mean it won't. Yeah, if it doesn't drive up within this hour, it just means we should have waited for the 2. That's it. But as long as the 2 stays bullish, because if you weren't in this trade and the 2 closed like this, you would want a bottom wick, and it'd be exactly the same. You'd want a bottom wick and then a buy stop above to come up. So you'd be in the same sort of trade, but just off the 2 and the 4. So I think I'm just going to leave this with you, Dan. Listen, I've got now else going on. There's a potential another entry here, but the only way I would put this wing back on is if the 2 closed bullish first, and then you got a bottom wick. Then I would maybe put the wing back buy on to come up. So it's not valid until the 2 closes. So yeah, that's all I've got, mate. I'll definitely be taking about 90% out of it here.
Yeah.
So it's whether you want to just put your full TP there. It's completely up to yourself. But that's what I've got anyway. I'm going to set an alert on this. And yeah, once I get up there, I'll go risk a free. Let's see if this 15 flips though. See if this 15 flips, fantastic. This should be the one what comes up and taps. If it doesn't, close it bearish. Probably because the 2's waiting about, messing about. Waiting about, messing about.
Messing about, waiting about.
You know what I mean? Like Ebenezer.
Ebenezer Gazer.
Ebenezer Gazer.
You
Come on,
doing anything nice today, or?
just going out for the day. Oh, going down the coast for the day. We haven't got the kids, so the kids are like in school. Daily day services. So it'll be a nice little break, you know.
Indeed.
Oh, 15's flipped.
2 years.
15's flipped. Nice. Can we stay bullish though? Can we stay bullish? Is it waiting for the 5 to close bullish? Is that what we're waiting on? Okay, if this 5 can stay like this, then there's another 5-minute candle left for the 15 to drive. So yeah, if this 5 can close bullish, I would imagine the next 5 starts to move then. So yeah, as long as this 5 stays bullish, if this 5 flips bearish, probably because the 2's pulling back. So we need a 5 bullish close down. But I wouldn't watch this too much. I wouldn't watch this too much because we know the 2 can give a bottom wick. The 2 might close here, then you're going to get a pull back on the 2, and then the 2 will flip, or the 4 will flip to the upside. That's what could happen. Exactly.
I'm gonna watch it on the 3.
Exactly. You're gonna watch it on the 3. We've got 2 minutes left of the 5. 30 would be printing bullish if that closes in 5 minutes. See what this 5 does. Oh my god. Holy hell, yeah. Went to bed early as well last night, Dan. You know. Straight after the game, I was in bed.
Same, but I'm on medication for me arms, and it makes us really tired in the morning. And I didn't take any last night. I just went straight to sleep after the match, and then like struggled to get out of bed this morning. So,
oh, the 5's flipping bearish.
It had no bottom wick legs.
30 seconds all left. Just a bullish close. Any type of bullish close. It gives the next 5 a chance to. Oh, not bad. Not bad. 22 seconds left.
Double it. Bigger than that. Straight up.
15 seconds.
Come on.
Gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Oh, plot twist. Oh.
And that's a no. Ooh.
Doji.
Doji.
Oh, I don't have a clue what the next 5's going to do, so therefore I don't know what the 15's going to do. Therefore I don't know what the 30's going to do. So I think we need to just zoom out. This is more of the 2. As long as the 2 stays above here, then we should be good. But you're probably going to get a bottom wick. This is telling us that it's still 35 minutes, I suppose, to get up. The hour could do it. I'm going to love yous and leave yous. I'm going to go and get changed. And yeah, I don't want to sit and wait and watch. It's up to you whether you take partial here or just go risk free. It's completely up to yourself. But yeah, that's what I've got going on. I've got nothing else going on really. Other than that, it's a bit of a shit day, unfortunately. So YouTube, thanks for joining us. Like and subscribe to the channel if you're watching it. And I'll see you tomorrow at 8 AM. Catch you later.